Mm, 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 mm.
You want me to line up?
I got another one.
You want me to line
Oh,
up?
yeah.
All right, all right, all right. Through technical difficulties, i.e., my black ass just now waking up. What's going on, people? What is going on? As you already know, this is Monday night, which means it is the Cooler Talk Monday episode on the Bad Mike Sports Channel.
Yikes.
That's good ginger tea. I am your host, the Six Man K Styles, aka Villain Number Six. No
Gotta
pun
love
intended.
it.
And to my stage left, as you already know, man, it is the mad scientist. It is the Senator Palpatine, Mad Mike Sports in the building.
Right.
Right. And at the bottom of the screen, as you already know, we have the Joker, the therapist, ATL, AFL family, aka the supervillain.
Why so serious?
Oh man. Oh Lord, what Ed talking about? I see what you did there.
That is
Oh,
the
yeah.
Big Ant is the inspector.
Inspector Gadget. Ooh. Like I said, as long as you don't see my head spinning 360, but let's go ahead and get this roll call going on, man. Let's go ahead and get this roll call going on, man. Like I said, we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't hit that like button, if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do it. Like you said, man, we're just trying to get the word out here. And today's roll call, we're gonna be kicking it off with, as we always say, the members usually get the first shout outs. So what's going on, Andrew G, Big Ant, D Coleman? Let's see. I don't see any more members. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and top it off with King Quest 710. We got Pat Norris, Bobby Boy Zone 3, Joseph Thornton, Jonathan Rozier, Tell Sports and Gaming, ATL Leo, JB, Robert Ponder, Georgia Texas Boy, Tony Hall, Jay Diaz. Let's see. We got Terry Lloyd in the building. We got Dre True Statement. I don't know why
I ain't saying all that shit. His name Dre True fucking
I don't know why Drew. You know what?
I'm not playing his game. I ain't saying that shit.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, but I was playing MLB The Show earlier, and I was thinking about Drew Jones when I saw his name. So I was like, that's what that was. Dre, we got Sonya in the building. We got D Lawton, Low Ski, Brian Peoples, Scotty Robinson. We got Home Team in the building. And we got Daniel Sports Highlight. All right. As we always say, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's go ahead and get right into it. As we already kicked this show off, we always call this the Cooler Talk Sports News segment. That's always the first segment, whether it be something that's on our mind as far as sports, something goofy doesn't happen. So this is the therapy portion of the show. No pun intended.
Oh, we charging overtime for this one. We charging overtime for this one.
So, we're gonna do something different. I'm gonna kick it off with this one. If anybody haven't heard the recency of things going on, Mr. Derrick Henry had a few choice words as far as these running backs getting paid or lack thereof. Now, let me read a tweet to you. This is from Derrick Henry himself. He said, at this point, just take the running back position out of the game then. The ones that want to be great and work as hard as they can to give their all to an organization just seems like it don't even matter. I'm with every running back that's fighting to get what they deserve.
Really?
Now, shut up, phone. Now, as I was growing up, getting involved as far as watching football and actually the era that like we started watching football, I know for me, the running back position was a premier position. It was like everybody had some type of premier running back or someone close like that. Like you said, you got your Barry Sanders, you got Ward Dunn, Emmitt Smith, Thomas Jones, Marion Barber, Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Travis Henry. Like I said, Mike Allstott, Jerome Betts. Like I said, we grew up on that era. Now, by Derrick Henry saying this, he got one portion of people that he needs to blame for this. It's the fans. The casual football fans played a big part in why the running back position does not matter in this league anymore.
Absolutely.
Now, y'all probably wondering, like, how dare you say that? Why would you say that? Think about this for a second. When it comes to the NFL, what do they always say? This is a passing league, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Absolutely.
What's the other thing they always say?
It's a passing league, and it's all about the quarterback, baby. It's all about the quarterback, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So if you have a large contingent of people that watch the game that says these things about the quarterback position is the only position that matters and this is a passing league, why would you say that?
Oh, damn. My bad. I forgot my phone was on. I'm serious. I'm running my rounds, man. I run the rounds. I gotta produce and I gotta multitask doing the show. So I apologize for y'all hearing K Styles in the background while K Styles was talking.
K Styles. Hey everybody.
Hey, K Styles. How you doing, K Styles? I didn't know you had your own doppelganger, K Styles. Everybody went to K Styles twice.
All the old AFN, but you hear it.
But I feel him on the aspect of, like you said, it's a shame that the running back position is like, as far as outside of the offensive line, is really the punishment position.
Yeah.
And they don't get as much of the love as they used to. But like you said, it just comes down to two things. They come down to the fans and it comes down to the media. Like I said, if you're gonna talk about a football team, we always say when it comes to winning championships, you have to run the football and you have to play defense. I don't give a damn how high powered your offense is. If you ain't running the football in the playoffs, or
you're not winning the game.
You ain't, like I said, it ain't gonna work. So, like I said, y'all can add Derrick Henry and say that K Styles said this himself. If you want to blame somebody for the running back position not getting paid, blame the fans and blame the media.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
These two elements is the reason why no other position matters on that football field but the quarterback.
mm-hmm. Oh
Right?
yeah.
Which I got on that, man.
I'm gonna go deep. Well, I'm gonna go deeper on it tonight. And I have the video ready for you guys about 10 o'clock tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But like, I want to go. I want to take a deep dive into it. And get down to the like the. I want to explain it thoroughly. Explain it, but I'll kind of give a preview here. Um, I think you have, not only what you so eloquently stated. I think one of the biggest issues is that you just got to it's what we're seeing with the national media right now. We got a bunch of crying ass journalists that they're stuck in their ways. They've been going to school for 10 years. They've been in this profession, some people 40, 50 years, and that's all they know is what they've been taught via school. But like now you're seeing the media change. If you go check out Brett Holman, he actually did a video on the state of the media, and this like it's changing. So I think what's really to blame, and like I said, I'm gonna go deeper into everything in the video. But I think when you just look at it, man, it's like it's the fans to blame, and the second thing is really just change. You can't continue to think like running backs gonna always have, they're always gonna be worshipped, in the game of football. We know they're very important, but at the end of the day, this is why we always say you got to have more than one. Versatility is king now. Now we're seeing exactly why. Derrick Henry crying because he know his like at the end of the day, Derrick Henry know his time is coming because he one of the motherfuckers who ain't got all he can do is one thing: run over a motherfucker. That's all he can do. You don't ask him to catch the ball. You don't ask him to block much, and he damn sure ain't gonna be on special teams and defense. So we know that. So most of the people that are crying can't do anything else. You don't see the guys that that can multitask like a CP, like a Bijan Robinson. Like you don't see them crying. You see all the people that are just they have one particular skill set crying.
Yeah. And I wanna add on to that, and I'm gonna add a term that people probably not gonna be used to. They when the game changed, they glamorized the quarterback position because it made for more exciting highlights. Because in a show of hands, put a hand icon in the chat. How many of you grew up watching games where, like you said, you seen people like I can go back as far as like Lawrence Taylor, lineman. You seen Dick Butkus, lineman. Like you said, you seen running backs like the Bus. You seen running backs like Emmitt Smith. Those guys made the highlight reels because they embody the gritty nature of football as to what we were all brought up on. And as it got closer after 1996, when the Dallas Cowboys dynasty started to decline and players started to go their own way, the grittiness of football kind of became glamorized. So that's when you got 97, 98, when it started becoming a passing league. It started becoming, guys catching deep passes downfield, 40, 50 yards for, touchdowns instead of seeing people getting knocked out, helicopter spins and all that kind of stuff. So when it went to that, it took the emphasis off the run game, and it took the spotlight off of the running backs. So now running backs became a dime a dozen. Quarterbacks became premium. So now this is why you hear people in the media say, "Oh, I want a quarterback that can throw the deep ball." Why? Because it looks good on highlight reels now. Everybody's jumping up and down because everybody wants to see somebody catch a Hail Mary every game. But because back in the day, you didn't hear too much about quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are 20% of the media. Any game from 89 back to the 60s, all linemen or running backs. And Derrick Henry knows he's like that dude that's at the end of the era. He's like that dude that's slowly becoming a dinosaur. Those guys is running straight over people. So what's being happening now? Now we got a hybrid type league where there's positionless football. That means everybody's got to play a different position, or they have to have skills to be able to play different positions. Why? Because now they're going to try to mold. You're going to try to get highlights from running backs that can catch the ball like wide receivers, and quarterbacks that damn near can be like running backs. This is what we're looking at. This is why we tell people you don't get hung up on people like Lamar Jackson or Justin Fields, because they use their legs first instead of their first. And they use their legs first and then they skill afterwards. But by that time, their legs are deteriorated. So Derrick Henry is like a dinosaur now.
I just thought about something. Y'all making me really think about it. All the motherfuckers who complain they're old as fuck, old and beat up. Y'all realize that?
Yeah.
All the people that are every one of the players that have been complaining about money are all old and beat up. Like Julio, he was old and beat up when he started crying. We know Saquon Barkley is he's aging as a running back, and he know he doesn't have a long time. He already said he doesn't want to play long. He's complaining. And we got Derrick Henry. We know for damn sure that he is, I wouldn't necessarily say old, but he's he got miles on his body.
But you know what, Mike? And I'm gonna add the flip side to that. You don't hear Cordero Patterson crying about his age and his position. Why? Why? Because he is now the hybrid running back, which means that I don't have to take punishment if I don't want to, because coach can put me in a position I can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yep.
I can run a, like I said, that man ran a 103-yard return. All he did was just have guys block from him. He just ran from one end of the field to the other. He didn't have to take no punishment. And he really doesn't have to take punishment now, because you got people like Jonnu Smith and you got people like let's just see. You got Kyle Pitts, you got Jonnu Smith, and you got Tyler Algier. Guys that can take that heat off of him, so that the mileage that he has, it doesn't go up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you're gonna start seeing. You're gonna start seeing a lot of teams with multiple running backs that can do multiple things, because what that does is that saves your running backs. So you're not having to draft one every year. You can focus on building your defense and your O-line in the trenches. What you got, K-Style?
You kind of cooked on that one right there, Juan. You
damn right.
But by having these running backs that are in that hybrid role, or as you say, positionless position role, if you're, it makes it easier to build a committee like that. And what also makes it easier is it makes it cheaper.
Yes. Yeah. I see where you're going. I see exactly where you're going. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and say it.
Right. Because if you look at it, by having a multitude of guys that can do multiple things like that, and you said you literally just said it, it takes the punishment off of everybody.
Mm-hmm. It also takes the high price sticker off your wide receivers. and tight ends because now they don't become premium players because that's all they do. Nowadays, it's just like an electric car. An electric car can do electric car things, but when you got the gas and electric, okay, let's say the grid go out, you can still fire it up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what football is now. They say, okay, well, you get the benefit of having the gritty run game, but then you get the flexibility of having a passing game, which keeps our players healthier longer. That way, we not constantly burning up that cap space trying to get an influx of new players. Because trust me, if everything stayed the same, the draft would be terrible. Because everybody would be deadlocked on you got to pay a high price for a wide receiver and you got to pay a high price for a running back because neither one of them can do the other's job.
And by having a multitude of guys like that, that gives you more targets closer to the line of scrimmage, which gives you more security blankets for your quarterbacks. And
Yep,
that's one of the more underrated aspect that a lot of these quote unquote elite quarterbacks have in this league is you have a multitude of security blankets.
Because on one end, and Mike talked about this a while back, you're not one dimensional. Your offense ain't one dimensional to where you're burning out your O lineman trying to hold off the defense so your quarterback can throw in case they're not a good thrower. At the same token, you're not running the ball 80, 90 times a game where, okay, they know if we just stop the run, we win the game. You're not overloading the O-line so much. So that means that you're not hurting your O-lineman. Therefore, like I said, going back to the draft, you're not having to draft O-lineman every year.
Right. But I thought that was an interesting take on that. Like you said, definitely y'all put some fire in the chat for Juan and Mike for blessing us with the word on this. And while y'all doing that, we're gonna go and get to the feature topic of tonight's show. Hold on, let's read a few of these comments before we get to it. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, like you said, D said you over here cooking over here. D Coleman here said the game is the game.
That's the truth.
That is the truth right there.
What up, Jew?
Dude.
Yeah, you in the building. Building. What's up, Don?
What's good? Late as usual.
We going through a damn car wash or something? What the hell?
For me?
Yeah, all I heard is.
Oh, the fan blowing over there. Is it sound better now?
It's hot as hell. My hair. Hey, my fan on right now too.
Fans on. It's too hot.
Hey, my fan on right now. It's hot as a mug out here. I ain't running that damn AC all damn day.
Bro, look, hey, in some cases you got to run both, man. This heat is disrespectful.
Yeah, what you got done on this tape as far as Derrick Henry is concerned? My bad, K Styles. I done took you.
Fill me in, man. I've been driving all day, and then my messaging wasn't working for the doggone 4 hours because I'm thinking like, where everybody go? Did everybody die? Like, that's why I messaged. That's why I called you and messaged you. Like, hey, what's going on with my messenger? Because like everybody was in the chat, then like just all of a sudden just crickets, and I was sharing stuff in the chat. I'm like,
man, Facebook.
I literally just turned my phone off and turned it back on.
Yeah, man, Facebook been acting up, man.
Okay,
been acting a hot mess.
Okay, so I know. So I'm not tripping, then. So what's going on with Derrick Henry now? Is he asking for another extension or something?
Well, pretty much what's going on is he's upset that the running back position has been quote unquote devalued as far as everybody's looking to get that long-term payday.
Yeah.
This comment right here for Drew Dre, he said it makes Derrick Henry's point. You're asked to do more, you should get paid more. The issue is a lot of running backs can do it all coming out.
The reason why the running back position has devalued, it's really simple. You build an offensive line, not only you protecting your quarterback, but if they can open up holes, anybody can run through them.
Right. That's good. And that goes to what we were saying earlier. As like I said, with these hybrid players, running backs take less punishment because they're not only designed to just run downhill. They can now catch out the backfield, which gives them flexibility.
Exactly.
And also the problem that goes into it as well is as the wide receiver market then exploded.
Mm-hmm.
This is the part you ain't taking into account.
Ooh, boy.
The way the wide receiver market then exploded the last couple years. And now the defensive tackle position then exploded here this past season.
Man. You blaming the wrong period. Hey, that's why I'm gonna go in depth tonight. I'm gonna speak on all of this
because we can say about running backs doing a lot, but if the average going rate for a wide receiver is almost $28 to $30 million a year, guess who money? Guess what market they taking money out of for that?
For one quarterback, you taking the money out of the quarterback, and you're putting the teams in a hampered position because remember, quarterback take up a lot of the money, especially once you start hitting the postseason. When teams consistently hit the playoffs and up to the championship games, their stock goes up. And you got to think every championship, that quarterback is now the face of the franchise. So you have to allocate so much money. So that's why you see these good quarterbacks, these elite quarterbacks, a lot of them taking pay cuts so that money filters back down to give the team an opportunity to get running backs and get wide receivers. But because of what K Styles just said too, you're gonna end up hitting a wide receiver cap. Because why would I pay a lot of money for just a wide receiver that's going to do one thing when I got tight ends that can do the same thing, when I got running backs that can do the same thing? Now that money on your team is evenly spread across 3 different positions. So now you can start getting them at a cheaper rate, and it doesn't hurt the quarterback's money as much.
Versatility,
man.
If you can be a great jack at all trades, instead of just being a master of one, then I can pay somebody that can also not only catch the ball, but they can also block too. This is why we said,
Put you comment up.
The people was like, I want to.
Last 2, he been saying this.
You've been saying this, man.
He's been saying it since we've been doing this.
Yeah,
right. Running back every damn year.
Right.
Just in case you don't know.
But guess what else this does too? Now coaches can say, okay, since I can get players at a cheaper rate on this team, I can go ahead and build depth at every position, so it don't matter. So when people ask you, well, who's your number 1, number 2, number 3 wide receiver, you say nobody, because everybody can do it.
This is why I got to record this tonight, because there's a element too, and just in sports in its entirety, is that people have this superstar mindset. Just like you can't be replaced because I'm Julio, because I'm Matt, because I'm Saquon, I'm Derek. Like, you can be God too. We seen Emmitt Smith in a Cardinals uniform. So don't think it can't happen to you. We saw OJ at his worst. We seen Jim Brown, declining at the end of his career. Like, he was still rushing for a lot. We saw Ward
from a Buccaneer to a Falcon.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of they had a superstar. Not like I said, I understand where it comes from. It comes from the fans. It comes from the media because they constantly putting these guys on a pedestal as that they're bigger than life, larger than life. But at the end of the day, Derrick Henry, you're a privileged athlete. Like you was a superstar at Alabama. You was a god. Like you was on god levels. You and Julio was on god levels at the University of Alabama. The stars at Alabama and Georgia, these players are worshipped. And I'm not even over exaggerating. These guys are worshipped over there. You can get look. Just sit down for a hot dog and you get some head. All right, that's how they work over there. Okay, that's how they work over there. Look, it's a different type of mentality, and I think players need to understand that you can and will be replaced. This is the new NFL, bro. I've been telling people, me and K Styles, like the Falcons are sitting. K Styles, what's the word that you use? What the Falcons Arthur Smith are doing right now?
Cost efficient offense by running the damn ball.
That's all it is, bro. This is all it is. It's cost efficient. They don't want to spend that much money.
And guess what else?
Going against the grain.
This is why we didn't bring back Calvin Ridley. Like Calvin Ridley was going to be up for a payday, one, and then two, he didn't fit the scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Well, guess what? This also forces, and this is piggybacking off Mike. This forces a team dynamic instead of a player dynamic, which means that you are not the superstar when you come in here. You ain't getting paid superstar money and you can't be replaced. So now everybody's mindset is it's all about the logo. It's not about the individual. So you basically almost delete the diva mentality. Yep. So if you coming into an organization, you already don't fit. You already the square block in the round hole.
Yeah. The people was talking about, we traded Kevin Ridley away because he was gambling. You might know that ain't the real reason. We traded him away because we didn't want to pay him, and he did not fit the scheme. He did not fit the scheme.
You didn't want Julio number 2 problems with a man that's scared to cross the middle of the field. That's what you didn't want. So what they said was Arthur was like, he got to go. He don't fit what I'm trying to do. I need bruisers going across the middle of the field, not Tinkerbell.
Not even that. He can't even his blocking on against his run blocking is not even up to par.
Why I said Tinkerbell. That's why I said Tinkerbell. All he do is go across the middle and get his bell rung.
Hey, I'm about to say, let's save a little bit more for Mike. Mike said he gonna get more in depth into that conversation.
Yeah, I can talk. It's fine, but I appreciate it though. I can talk for 20 minutes straight on the same subject.
But I want to go ahead and get straight into what the topic is tonight. Now, I want to ask everybody that's watching right now. Put a thumbs up in the comment section, chat, if you watched the recent interview.
Man.
The Fresh Cuts interview, episode 1. Let's see who's all been watching, man. While we waiting on the thumbs up. Let's go ahead and put some let's put some waiting music on for him.
Man, that interview was all inspiring, bro. If y'all have not seen that interview, you need to see it and listen. You need to take notes. That's just how good it is. You need to take notes.
Okay, we got a few. A couple more people that say they've seen it. Okay. All right. Got a lot of thumbs up. You got a couple of folks that say they gotta watch it. But hold on, let's go ahead and cut that off. All right. So this is the main topic for tonight. Is we're gonna actually kind of review some of the talking points from that interview. Like I said, even if you hear us talking about it, there are spoilers here. So, like you said, y'all gonna turn back and watch it anyway. So
yeah, they're gonna watch it. The hell with them.
But there was some very interesting points that I got from there. As far as them talking about the culture of the team and what they are looking to as far as what they want to build here, not only just to teach the young guys, but to establish somewhere you can have a sustainable success. We heard about him saying, well, Calais Campbell in particular, like I said, y'all can laugh at the thong sandals he had on, but he said something in particular to me which made me think about the previous regime and what may have possibly happened as to why things didn't kind of work the way it was supposed to work. Where he was saying that he comes here to be part of a team, be part of a family. It ain't position rooms here, position groups here going out, position groups going out here, the running back going out, the DBs going out. So, like he said, he made it his mission to be like, damn all that. We all going out.
Right.
We all gonna be chilling. And like you said, and that is the thing where we talk about is, and we've been saying this for the last year and a half about what Fontenot and Smith is trying to do. They're trying to build a culture here, and the culture that precedes the winner is that everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to have the same mentality. It ain't always about trying to be the greatest show on turf.
That right there,
man. Say that, man.
And these guys actually talked about that too, where Calais literally said, "Hold on, let me play this for you." Because I actually cut the short up on this, but for those that haven't seen that short, I'm gonna go ahead and play it right quick for you if you don't mind.
Yeah.
They're so caught up in, they want to go back to old school football, run the ball well. But it still worked.
Bro, that's what's opening up the passing game. That running game will open up the passing game. Like, when I was in Tennessee and we was rushing for 1,500 yards a season, you know what I mean? And we was able to get explosives because of that. You know what I mean? The guys kind of missed the concept of that. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't got no problem sticking my face in there because I know that linebacker going to step up the next play and I'm going to come right behind him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to take it for what I need to do.
We'll get so caught up in,
Ooh, Jesus. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hey, bruh. Somebody say, hey, Don, get the collection plate.
This is the reason. Go ahead, K-Stop.
You know what that just said right there?
What?
Run the damn
ball.
See, this is why, oh my God, this is why I'm telling y'all, man, just relax with this quarterback position. Because what they're doing is the best thing for the quarterback position. Even if Desmond Ridder isn't the right, I don't know if he's the right guy. Neither one of us on this panel know if he's the right guy. All right? They don't know if he's the right guy. But you bring in guys with a certain skill set and a certain mindset, they're going to buy into the system. This is what we got to understand. When we got quarterbacks, we got players like Julio deciding, yeah, I'm gonna play nice for a good 6 years, and then I'm gonna end up taking my money and running. Like you gotta have guys like you get tired of getting fooled by players. You got to play a little bit. You got to be an asshole. Let's just keep at the end of the day, keep it real. you get tired of getting ran through by certain players, you're gonna learn to say no real fast if you're getting ran through, Suki Hunter. But it's like this is the reason why when you talk about the running game, this has been the thing for years. Play action. But it's all about play action, opening those holes up. We literally saw that against the damn Carolina Panthers when Julio ran for damn near had like 300 yards. That was killing them with play action the whole game because they thought we was gonna run the damn ball. That's how we had that game like that. That's how they got in the rhythm. People forget that.
I got something.
But you know what?
I got something for y'all. Go ahead, Warren. But I got a whole question that's gonna blow y'all minds. But go ahead, Warren.
Calais said something earlier before that, and I know K Styles probably know what I'm talking about. Calais said, I did my homework. Because they asked him what made him decide to come to Atlanta. He said, I did my homework. But then he talked about Arthur Smith. He said, when he asked the coaches, when he asked John Smith too, he was like, all right, so what do you think about Arthur Smith? And it was like, well, Calais said, he said, that man has the most difficult offense to figure out. And it was like, because of the running game. And that's what led to that conversation with him and Jonnu talking about, and so they asked Jonnu, they was like, all right, when you was getting ready to get traded, he said, when you got in free agency, he said, well, what's happening? He said, well, I talked to my coach. He said, well, what do you think about it? He said, he's Arthur Smith, one of them guys where he ain't gonna play with you. It's one and done. And that's when they led to the run game. I'm telling y'all right now, man, and I've said this many times. These guys that in this interview, especially Calais, have done their homework. Calais said it himself. He said, I could have went to any other team. He said, but I sat down and did my homework on this team. It looked like, wait a minute, these boys got something here. They got something. And he said, I don't know. He said, we are building a team around a young quarterback. He may not have it all right now. We don't know that. But pretty much they're confident enough in that young man's ability to lead this team. Now, what Mike was talking about, yes. These guys are building a run game that's going to be seamless. Anytime you got defense excited about the run game, you got something. Because let me ask y'all a question right quick before Don go. How many D linemen or anybody on the offense was excited about our defense?
Yeah, goddamn body.
I don't think the water boy was excited about our defense.
Hell no. I was excited about it because I like that style. Yeah. I was excited about Arthur. Like me and Dunn, we were the first ones to really get behind, Arthur Smith like that, and like Dunn, the one who actually put me onto him, to be honest.
So yeah, we remember Mike when somebody said you were set tripping on the goddamn show. We remember that
shit. Right. I remember that.
Mike had the Tennessee Titan hoodie on. It was before
I did that on purpose. Nobody knew why I did that, but that's why that's why I wore it.
So I got a great question for all you guys. All right, because we talking about quarterbacks and everybody thinking that you have to win with a great quarterback. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Tom Brady. All right, Tom Brady in his first 2 Super Bowls, who did he have as his running back? Everybody remember?
I know Kevin Falk was his security.
Kevin Falk,
yeah.
Kevin Falk,
Curtis Martin was gone.
It was Curtis Martin. He was already in New York.
Okay, he was already in New York.
It was Kevin Falk. All right, Kevin Falk, which is Marshall Falk's cousin. He pretty much led the team in the run game. Now, Kevin Falk wasn't a world beater, but he was highly serviceable. He ran that, and he normally got 4 yards to carry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. Now, when Kevin Falk, when he kind of lost his legs, what did the Patriots do? Now, we know the Patriots had an offensive line throughout the whole duration of Brady's career. We know this.
Mm-hmm.
But when Kevin Falk, when his legs went out, what happened? They brought in Corey Dillon for Cincinnati. Remember?
Yeah,
And
I remember that.
Super Bowl. They had a 3-peat. Now, remember, the Patriots, they kind of went away from the run game a little bit. All right, remember they had that magical season. They were almost undefeated, and they got beat by the Giants. Like, they kind of went away from the run game. But guess what? They went back to it years later. LeGarrette Blount, and what's the other running back they had in Super Bowl 51?
It was LeGarrette Blount, Lawrence Maroney.
Was it Leonard Fournette?
There was Leonard Fournette. Fournette never played for the Patriots.
I'm thinking not Fournette, but what's that dude's name?
He was fast. No one would hit.
Maroney.
Maroney was gone by then.
No, it was Georgia. It was the Georgia Bulldog. God dang, Sony Michel.
No, I'm talking about the 51. Sony Michel still with Georgia in 2000.
You talking about
that was James White. There you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The nigga that caught 15 passes against us and pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
All right,
so Super Bowl record against a Super Bowl record for most receptions in a goddamn Super Bowl with 15. Hold on.
Now this man, we know Brady won 7 Super Bowls. All right, but every Super Bowl he won, he had a run game. And we did. We know he had a defense. We know he had a solid offensive line, but he had a run game.
But also too, what the Patriots did.
Hold on, wait, because you got to add something else to that though. It wasn't just a running game; he had a versatility of the running backs.
Yeah,
because when you talk about running backs, the running backs have the ability to do multiple things, and this is why I said he's in his feelings. Guys like Saquon Barkley, I understand you want to get Saquon trying to get that pay, so he trying to pull a Julio, right? So if I were the Giants, I wouldn't trust him at all because he already said he can't see himself playing past 8 years. So why the fuck would I give him a massive contract? Saquon can eat a large one. I'm talking about the biggest one you can find. Horses, donkeys. I don't give a fuck who it. He can eat it. All right, He can eat it. I'm not giving him so he can fucking retire. Why would you tell me you gonna retire? Why would you say that, Saquon? And then you try to complain about you not getting my. You just said you can't see yourself playing past 8 years and then ask the franchise to give you a massive contract. Are you on dope, bro?
Well, and to your point,
no, because you got Derek fucking Henry who can't do nothing but damn run through motherfuckers like Juggernaut. At a damn, he can't do nothing but run through folks like Juggernaut. You know how on the cartoon Juggernaut, he put his damn head down and all he do is just run through. That's what he do. So his ass is on his last leg. Look at all of the players that are complaining. Every last one of these guys know damn well they have no plans of playing long term, or they are on their last leg. This is why I have a problem with when you talk about just giving players all the money that they want. Because when you start giving them more, it naturally is going to make you lazy. You have nothing else to work for. Nothing to work for. So you got to give these players something to fucking work for. And screw my language, okay?
So what's going to end up happening? I think that we got to look at the con too. That how this running back's going to be. So what's going to probably end up happening is, if the league is not gonna, if these teams not gonna pay some of these running backs, what's gonna end up happening to these rookie running backs when they get their contracts? They're gonna hold out. They're gonna try to ask for more money.
Now, Don, I'm gonna connect the dots right quick. What also happened on the Patriots team that Brady carried to Tampa Bay was when they started to go away from the run game, Brady started to adapt the short passing game. And that in itself is what Mike was talking about, was having those running backs being hybrids. Because now what your quarterback can do now is, and it's coming back around, is by having a short passing game, you can use running backs and have them catch the ball literally. You don't have to necessarily put a wide receiver on the field. So now you can use the running game and then use a short passing game to basically chip away at a team's defense all the way down the field. And then at any given moment, you can have an explosive play come out. So again, you're not wearing down your O-line, nor are you wearing out your running backs.
That's an extended handoff, like Motivated, Dedicated just stated. That's why you want versatility with your players, because you're not set to just one style of play. You can run the ball. You can still use the running backs as an extension of the offense. That's essentially what the West Coast offense was and is and always has been, all the way to Bill, when Bill Walsh pretty much created it. That's what Roger Craig, Ricky Watters, all these players, bro. It's like that's what they work done. Mike Allstott. These guys had the ability to not only run but catch the ball out of the backfield. Mike Allstott too. I'm kind of pissed off that y'all will put my dude in the Hall of Fame, because he deserves it. He's the most well-rounded fullback I've ever seen in my damn life.
People forget Mike Allstott. His first couple years averaged almost 40 to 50 catches a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like I said, shout out to Out of Your Falcon Mind. I know they
what's happening, bro?
What's up, man?
Like I said, I know they gonna get on this subject here pretty soon as well. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be watching.
Michael here said Tyreek Hill got his first contract, said this is his last.
Yeah, damn dummy. What the hell you gonna say that? You fucking Tyreek already got Super Bowl, but that damn Saquon's a damn dummy. Why would you tell him you can't see yourself paying 8? Now, why would they give you a massive contract like that after you done said something like that? Like, why? You already think about quitting. Why would I give you that? You already think about quitting. You
see, they put him on it. That he put himself on the trading block with that one.
That's dumb.
What'd you say? You some bitch. Why would doing that?
Some stuff you just don't say publicly, man.
Bro, you don't.
Text the man or something, or give him the man DMs to say something like that.
No, write it on a piece of paper and ball it up. Don't say nothing, because now you just put yourself on the trading block.
Just be dumb. People just be doing dumb stuff.
Now, there's another thing that happened in this interview as well, and this is why I definitely have to give a shout out to John Abraham.
Oh man, Johnny!
Y'all don't. I'm gonna give y'all a little spoiler on John Abraham right quick. This is something that he said that it put in perspective. Like I said, we're just talking about the culture as far as what they're trying to build. Hold on.
Y'all in that kind of era that you can have that long lasting name. Being at this age and having a young quarterback, like piecing it together, that's perfect. Like you come in the league and everybody working together, so you get to know each other inside and outside. That's the kind of stuff that I like to see in this team. Like when I saw this team, when I was talking to Arthur, I was like, man, I love how your team from you all the way down sound the same.
When that culture is built between you guys and that connection is there,
I got a question to ask too.
It don't even take a bad game. It could take a guy walking in the facility and just notice when something is not right with him.
That's not y'all MO.
And you go to him. That's when you know you have a squad. But I just want to touch on a little bit, the culture that you guys are building and the cohesion in the locker room. Because one of the things I always hated is when I visit locker rooms and the offense is here and the defense is there. I like guys mixed up, and that's how we work. Like receivers hung out with old linemen and D linemen, and we playing cards together. We have that cohesion.
That's what it got to be. For you to be successful, you got to have that brotherhood. It's got to be a family mentality. You got to have each other's back. I got to sell out. No, sell out. You ain't gonna let me down. You ain't gonna hold nothing back. And that's what it takes to win. But if you do that by spending time together, hanging out and really get to know each other. And so, weekly, we do like dinners. Most teams it's like D line. it's DBs. Everybody kind of broke it down to groups. Then, like, as you kind of mature and get across some better teams, like, the whole defense. This year I'm trying to make the whole team. Hey, if you can make it, man, let's get together, let's break bread, let's chill. We take turns paying the bill, we split it, whatever. I take one of them, maybe two. But at the end of the day, like. That brotherhood is created, and they start caring about each other. Get to know your kids. You got a fourth. Ask about your son. That family bond. Start hanging out at each other's houses and stuff. Watching tape together, breaking down stuff. Like, yo, I see this, bro. Hey, when they get this formation, they're gonna do this. And I'm gonna just shoot this. I'm gonna do whatever. Like, you just start creating that trust where you got each other's back. And then
that's all you gonna get right there.
Now, bro. Now, I know
we've been saying that for weeks.
I know we said this before, but where the hell John Abraham been for the past few? I know he had his issue. We know that
he's been suffering for some issues mentally.
Yeah, but man, it's great to have this man back. I know he's not on the team, but like just a veteran in these young players' ears. Come on, man.
Right. What people missing. Like John, he spoke about it. He said, I've been 3 years sober. He said, well, what happened is, he said, the problem was, he said, I will get out of games and I will get antisocial. He said, that's not what you want to do. He said, you want to go talk with your teammates. He said, so I drank, and drinking was my coping. He said, and then I looked around and was like, man, I'm just coping. I'm not like I'm not really living. But for this man to go and talk to Arthur Smith and tell him, look, bro, I love what you're doing with this team. And they all said it on the interview. This team is kind of reminiscent of 16 and 17. They said that. What y'all got to understand is this. When he said that I like the way everybody sound from you on down, that goes with that one mantra that everybody like to make fun of. One band, one sound. So that means Arthur Smith's mentality is on that field for everybody. That means it's a team sport. It ain't Ritter and the Falcons. It's the Atlanta Falcons. It ain't Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
That's right. Otis sitting on the sideline. Him watching.
Otis ain't even on the team.
yeah. You're right. He ain't on the team.
He ain't got no weak links on the team, man. You ain't even getting in the building.
But here's the thing, though, and kind of on this comment right here, Art should keep John and Eric Douglas around to mentor him. Like I said, one thing you notice too is a lot of the former Falcon players actually hanging around this team and hanging around this coaching staff. This is what we're talking about. The best way to build a culture and trying to build something sustainable is you have to acknowledge the past.
Right.
If you acknowledge the past, you don't know how to succeed in the future.
Right. Champagne, I'm gonna need you to do your homework. Just saying. I'm gonna need you to do your homework.
Champagne, he's kind of one of those guys that's on the fence type, where I'm not gonna get my hopes up high until I see it. That's his thing. That's what we call them fence straddlers. There's a lot of
he's a coward.
No.
He's a coward.
Yeah.
He's a coward.
Yeah.
That like I said, he's a coward. He don't want to take no chances. He's a damn coward.
Like I said before, he need to do his homework because all the evidence is right there.
You talking about on paper?
This goes way beyond paper because if that's the case, then you need to go back and look at every championship team and find out that's that one element that makes all of them teams great is the fact that they were all one cohesive unit in the mind and on the field. Everybody wasn't playing for themselves. They was playing for the team. You can't win a championship when everybody playing for themselves because they're not focused on winning as a unit. And I don't care how much paper you look at, if you're not playing as a unit, you will get exposed.
The end. everybody has to buy into what you're doing, what you're preaching, and it's like I think that's
the program. That's what they've been preaching is this is a program. This is not
Right.
necessarily this is a program.
Right. Y'all think the Patriot way was just some goofy cliche they came up with? No, that's the way they ran the organization. As to why, outside of the foolishness, they got so many Super Bowls.
we got a super
Because
in the chat right now.
I mean,
So-
he all right.
So
Bring him some water.
let me ask
I
y'all a
got
question.
that.
Let me ask
Go
everybody.
ahead, good. Go ahead.
Would you rather have the culture of Dan Quinn or the culture of Arthur Smith? We're just talking about just a culture as far as how the team is constructed, the mindset of the team. I'm gonna just say it like this: do y'all miss Dan Quinn?
Hell no.
Let me go to school. Let me take people to school for a second on this.
Go ahead, take school.
All right. And I know some people gonna sit here and say, "Well, I missed it," because y'all looking at that 2016 season. But what you're not understanding is like the longevity of the team. We didn't capture lightning in the bottle that year, so it is what it is. If we didn't host the Lombardi Trophy, we didn't get a Super Bowl ring, we didn't have a parade down Peachtree. It is what it is. Like it was a magical season, and we fell short. Now, if you look at what Dan Quinn didn't do, as far as the coaching staff, he let Richard Smith go. That hurt us. All right, I now people gonna be like, well, he was calling defense wrong, but you got to look at the development of the players Richard Smith had on those guys. People don't look at that. People don't look at the impact he had on Vic Beasley, Leroy Reynolds, Deion Jones, all those guys. Even Vondre Campbell was playing good that rookie year. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Like all our linebackers was playing great that year under Richard Smith. So we let Richard Smith go. We let Brian Cox go. We let Shanahan pretty much raid the whole offensive coaching staff except for Chris Morgan. I wonder why Chris Morgan didn't follow Kyle Shanahan to San Francisco.
Oh boy.
I got a better question for everybody.
So many times, man. Like that's what I'm saying. He took everybody, and then he pretty much crippled his defensive staff, and he said, "Well, I'm gonna have Marco Emmanuel in charge." We know Marco Emmanuel calling that defense. He wanted his ego. So think about what you're gonna say if you rather have Dan Quinn's coach or Arthur Smith coach, because I pretty much just told you everything you need to know in a nutshell.
First of all, when a grown man come into a locker room full of grown men and tell them we need to embrace the suck, you took all the brotherhood out of the daggone team right then and there. Because ain't no way in the world no grown man gonna lead me. Ain't no way in the world no grown man gonna lead me talking about embrace the suck. We not having that. Yeah, I'm serious. After I done got beat down by bigger men than me, you gonna tell me to embrace the suck and I'm supposed to believe that? No, I'm not. Nah. Let me hang my helmet up right now.
Well, be like Vontae Davis, boy. I'm like, motherfucker, no, I'm retired at halftime, boy. This bullshit.
Bruh, I mean, because if you listen to what Dan Quinn said as his definition for brotherhood was to embrace the suck, and then you listen to Calais Campbell, it's something totally different. He said family. He said a cohesive unit. He didn't say embrace the suck.
My problem wasn't even that. It wasn't even embrace the suck. It's why the fuck you trying to tell everybody shut the fuck up? If it's a brotherhood, if it's a brotherhood, why the fuck a motherfucker type anything on Twitter? Like the Falcons players have been more active on Twitter than they've been in quite some time. That. Like if you come in and type some damn eyeballs, you getting fined from Dan Quinn. You look at them. If you look at the Falcons press conferences, the post game you saw guys being able to speak their mind on the Arthur Smith. They was able to. This the first time we seen Grady Jarrett under Dan Quinn able to speak his mind freely, and he was not bashful. Y'all think Grady just magically said fuck this shit? No, he been saying fuck that shit, but he got a coach that allowed him to say fuck that shit. Okay, and without a damn standing in the corner with a damn belt. Say you better not say shit. That's what. See, he don't have that now. He got a parent like me. He got a parent like us in here. Like, look, I prefer you not to curse, but if you curse, just know what's coming with that. And that's what I like most about Arthur Smith. Now he don't give a fuck about what you say. Just make that shit like it makes sense about what you're saying, and he giving these guys the freedom to express themselves. Well, you don't get players the freedom to express themselves. You don't get people freedom to express themselves. You're not going to get the best out of them, and that's right there is with Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn created like he talked about a brotherhood, but it was more like a damn Dan Quinn-hood. That's what the hell it was.
A soft serve committee.
You said it was soft serve. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was a nice soft serve committee, nice and soupy.
and like I said, and the thing about it is, yes, you had a Super Bowl appearance under Dan Quinn, but just like what Don said, the continued success in that regime was not there.
Nope.
Like you said, you didn't have no consistency in anything. Like I said, I'm still mad about the Marquand Manuel thing. I'm still
bruh.
That and Brian Cox was some bull, and Richard Smith was some bullshit. And it was like, and I want everybody to kind of pay attention to what we just said earlier about the former players. This is why I said if you embrace the history of the team, it teaches you a formula to succeed because you're learning from guys from the past. These guys are bringing in this knowledge to these young players. And like, okay, you do like that, boom, 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 boom. Or you may be new to the city. Okay, this is what we do. Like I said, just this offseason alone, we done seen them be around Harry Douglas, John Abraham, Terrence Mathis, Mud Duck, Keenan Forney, Roddy White, Jesse Tuggle, and this all just the last couple years.
And guess what? We're gonna have at least 4 games that's gonna be televised on CBS. And I really feel like one of those games, probably we may end up seeing Matty Ice in the booth calling the game about Desmond Ritter.
Ooh. All right, Michael, let you go ahead and hit this 50 spot. Go ahead, Mike.
Dre Harrison. What the hell? Oh shit, that's 50. Oh god damn! God damn, Dre! Hell yeah, motherfucker! Thank you, nigga. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
The
$40. I can afford me a $40. Never mind. No.
He's talking about a steak plate. He's talking about a steak plate.
Holler. All right, a $40 holler. Yeah. All right. Now I'm talking about I'm talking about that $40 steak dinner. Y'all don't get nasty.
Yeah. Talking about a steak plate.
So the Atlanta Falcons barbershop video should show everyone what a cohesive team looks like when they play for something greater than themselves. We are witnessing what the team is this team full identity will be, and that players playing for each other. And again, thank you for that, Dre. But this is what we're saying, man. It's like I said, for AFN, we have a strict policy, man. We have a strict policy. You will be responsible for the person that you came into. That motherfucker trash. Look, you're gonna have to speak for him. Like you're just not gonna walk up in here and decide, all right, we're gonna be a writer. You're gonna be, you're gonna be a on-air talent. It's like You have to you have to come in with a certain mentality. Like we don't do a bunch of like the one thing that we don't tolerate is somebody who's always saying the worst in things. When you come in with that mentality, you immediately X'd out. We don't deal with that type of mentality. So you have to, and this is what you're talking about with Arthur Smith. He has guys that sound exactly like him. And it's not a bad thing, okay? A lot of people called us a cult because we just so happen to have people that believe in the same thing. That is not a cult, people. It's not a cult. We ain't putting guns to people's head. We ain't choking people with our
This ain't Jim
foot.
Jones. This
Okay?
ain't Jonestown.
We ain't there, no. We ain't got no Kool-Aid. We ain't got no Kool-Aid serving to everybody. We all believe in a positive outlook on our teams and the things we love. So this is what Arthur is doing. This is what he's doing. You gotta have everybody to buy into what you're doing, to what you believe in, the types of players. Because if you don't have the players that believe in what they're doing, how can they do it at the best of their ability if they don't believe in and they're thinking about everything else outside of money? You know what I'm saying? If they're thinking about what they doing on the off, and this is one thing too. I hate to bring this up, but this is why Jalen Carter wasn't drafted, and it had a lot to do with his off the field issues. We want him to be fully focused on playing football. Do we know for sure if he end up getting sued and somebody come out of nowhere again and try to sue him again, he's not going to be fully focused on football. He's going to be worried about the off the field issues. So this is why this is why you got to do your homework and your research, because if you got a troubled soul, Takk McKinley, that's going to come in and just like, I'm going to do this and I do that and do this, and your ass ain't doing nothing. You up here on damn Instagram arguing with strippers and porn stars and shit. Like we don't need that type of stuff on this team, and that's what we need. We need guys that go play football for us and focus on football. That's how you win. That's how you win championships, man. You got to have guys that buy into the system and believe in what he's selling and what we're doing.
I can't believe Aaron Freeman literally said that Takk McKinley was a great player. When I first initially heard it, I had water in my ears, so I wanted to make sure I heard that correctly. So I had to clean that out. Hold on, wait a minute. So if you sitting here and we're talking about the 2017 draft class,
don't forget to carry the one. Don't forget to carry the one.
We seen Takk McKinley in 4 years. He didn't get no 5th-year extension, so he was on a prove-it deal. He had 16 sacks in 4 years.
Don't even talk about the sacks. Just talk about the tackles. Look at the lack of tackles he had.
We'd seen him. And I was surprised that Allen Bailey didn't whoop his ass in that Lions game, because he got him literally tossed to the sideline because he didn't want to play his. You know what? Nah.
Yeah.
No. No.
I don't know why people still capping for Takk McKinley. I still don't understand it. What is y'all fixation on this man? Like, for real?
No. First
of all, we already know what that draft pick was about. That was a Jim Moore Jr. association pick. That's what that was.
Yeah. Look, first of all, I don't take
No man that wears a Bill Cosby turtleneck sweater in the summertime seriously about no pick or nothing take that he made. Period. Absolutely not. Takk McKinley, he still ain't cut them Skittles off his head yet. I don't want to hear it.
Talking about, man, if I don't get double digit sacks this year, man, I'm cutting off my dreads. Man,
Nope.
And I knew he was gonna get. He didn't even get 5.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. And see, he's still wearing them ashy Skittles from whenever he played on the Atlanta Falcons. I can't.
See,
I can't.
I don't know if y'all remember pre-Tat McKinley Atlanta Falcon when he was still at UCLA. So apparently he deleted these videos. He was a Cam Newton fan. He was a Panthers fan, and he was crying when the Panthers lost the Super Bowl. In 2015.
Crying.
I'm still dabbing on y'all. Oh man, I gotta find that videos, man. If y'all got the videos, if somebody still got the videos in their archives or saved, please let us know. I'm like, y'all think this man was good? Y'all giving this man a pass? Come on, man.
Tat McKinley and Route 96.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie about it. I didn't even know who the fuck Tat was.
Man, let me tell you, Tat McKinley, let's be real. Tat McKinley ain't nothing but a dark-skinned version of Jamal Anderson with dreads.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I fucking hate you. I hate you.
Wow.
I really hate you.
Wow.
Shout out to Fred Buns with the $2 super chat. He said Falcons gonna win the Super Bowl this year. That is a hot take for your ass.
That's one for your ass, Fred.
Hey, look, hang on to that. Hang on to that. That might be the most important $2 of the season. Hang on to that.
Fred, if the Falcons do win the Super Bowl and you just gave us $2, I'm gonna give you 200 back. I'm gonna give you 200 back. I will personally give you 200 back.
Yeah. I'll throw something in there too.
Listen.
So Tat McKinley's final year at UCLA, he had 50 tackles, 18 tackles for losses, and 10 sacks.
Why that didn't translate to the Falcons?
Look,
first of all, who the hell was it? Like I said, I didn't know who the hell he was. Cause from what they was telling me is he had a second, third round grade. I was like, where the hell is this?
Hey, K Styles, go look at the schedule of the 2016 UCLA Bruins. Go look at their schedule.
Oh gosh.
I don't think hold on.
I don't like the way he said that. I know my head gonna.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, I'm nauseous.
They were 4-8 that year. They were 4-8. Let's see.
All right.
They lost to Texas A&M. They beat Nevada, Las Vegas, BYU. They lost to Stanford. They beat Arizona. They lost to Arizona State, Washington State, Utah, Colorado, beat Oregon. Okay.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
I rest my case.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah. And my thing about it is with Tat. This was my issue with Tat. You got like I said, we know him to be a bull rusher. That's all he did was try to push through motherfuckers. Am I correct?
Yeah.
As much flack as I gave Vic Beasley, at least Vic Beasley had a counter move or something. Hell, half the time he was slipping on the damn ground, but at least he had something.
So basically what you saying, Tack Skittles McKinley is what I'm going to call him. He was a one-trick pony.
Yeah, that's all he did was bull rush. That was the only thing he was good at.
That really was it.
But the thing is, when he had these shoulder injuries and stuff, like what's good as a bull rush, your shoulders banked up.
Oh yeah, because then see, and that's the reason why Grady Jarrett has longevity, because Grady Jarrett had technique. See, once your athleticism begins to decline, your technique picks up. So if you get your technique early in your career, your athleticism don't have to decline as fast.
And this is why I miss Richard Smith so much right now, man. Well, not right now, but this is why I miss Richard Smith at that time, because Tat McKinley, he would have been good. Richard Smith would have been very good for Tat McKinley's development. He was good for Vic Beasley's development.
But let's be real. Let's be honest. All of the men at that time that could have developed players that we have a problem with now were scapegoated and basically kicked out of the organization, or they left. That was our biggest Achilles heel as this organization. We did not develop players. We didn't find out what their strengths were. We didn't pay attention to their weaknesses, and we didn't develop them. We just put them out there and said, "Well, embrace the suck and try again next time."
But it's ego. It's the ego of Dan Quinn, and this is why Arthur Smith is different from Dan Quinn. Arthur Smith, he knows he's not a quarterback guru. He's not going to sit up here and say, "Well, I'm going to take all the credit for Desmond Ritter's development." No, he put Desmond Ridder in the hands of Dave Ragone. Ragone is a quarterback. He knows how to develop quarterbacks. So that's why Ragone is the OC. He's quote unquote the OC, quote unquote, but he's the quarterback coach because he's gonna have the task of developing Desmond Ridder.
Arthur Smith
just calling plays. That's all he's doing. I'm calling plays.
Well, see, Arthur Smith is what you call a pseudo CEO. CEOs hire people that are proficient in their areas where he's not. So he's not trying to be everything for everybody. That way he can focus on what he does well and let everybody else do what they do well so that all of the players are developed. And all he has to do is make sure that he sets the game plan up. They get together and they follow it, and we win games.
You gotta put your ego to the side. If you know you're not if you know you don't specialize in a certain position, you don't be trying to say, "Well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that." No, let somebody who's better than you, that know what they're doing, let them take the heat up, let them take the load on that, and let them work on it.
Mm-hmm. Because if you let somebody like you said, if you let somebody who specializes in your weakness and take care of that department, it gives you more energy to focus on your strengths.
Mm-hmm. Right. But you also feel better about your game. You play harder, not only for yourself, but for the person that helped you get over your weakness.
Exactly.
And it gives you the ability to even watch a master at work.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too. It's like he may not be good at developing, great at developing a quarterback, as a Dave Ragone, but like the more that you're around said players and coaches, you learn more and more and more. And that's why it's like as a creator, I take that. I take a little piece from everybody. Everybody know I take a little piece from everybody that I've watched over the years. I've taken them a little piece from Drew. Drew had no clue that I was watching him. I had Drew. He was my first recruit for AFN. He didn't even know I was recruiting him. You know what I'm saying? And these are the things that, like, as a coach, you got to be able to like humble yourself for the greater good of your team. It's all about the greater good of your team. That's what things are. If we're all going to succeed, I got to step back and let somebody else do, what I'm not great at.
It's just like WWE trying to have Randy Orton teach Lucha Libre. Randy Orton's not a Libre. He don't know nothing about Lucha Libre. You get Rey Mysterio or you get Conan to teach Lucha Libre. Like that's
no, that's like that. No, that's like trying to teach a little man how to be big. It don't work at all.
Mm-hmm.
Lord. That gotta shake your damn head on that. That's Falcon fan. You gotta shake your damn head.
Trying to tell you.
We done embrace the suck.
So
Think about that for a second. We went from D Block to embrace the suck.
Man, he took everything away, bro. He didn't want nobody to have no
We
fun.
went from D Block, and like you said, the last couple of years with Mike Smith, like I said, unfortunately, everybody started getting hurt, so he ended up getting fired. Then you bring in Dan Quinn. The first year, we started off 6-2 and ended the season 8-8. Went to the second year. Nobody thought we was going to win more than 5 games. Ended up in the Super Bowl. Then the following year, that the Falcons were one of the only few teams in NFL history to go back to the playoffs after losing the Super Bowl. Keanu Neal gonna high knee a goddamn football in the air and catch it for a day.
Bruh. Yeah. Okay, stop. I ain't got enough headache medicine to be trying to relive that.
I'm just saying, bro. Oh my God. It's just like I said, that whole era is like a lot of the Falcons' bad luck came in bad luck plays. Hold on, let me put this up here. Oh, you got Mag in here already talking shit.
As always.
Y'all better get the red and black team. The man gonna whoop you.
I'm talking about at the door.
Check this
out. Though. We gonna have some good food though. So just please come down. If you like to eat, we got you. You like to drink, I think we got you.
Hey! Now look! Don't be coming. Don't be coming in there with your homemade to-go home plates. Now we checking everybody at the door for them to-go home plates. Y'all know good and well. Y'all be the snuck them church plates in with the little spaces in them.
Hey, Warren, they forgetting I'm gonna be there, so it ain't gonna really be that much food to be left to take home.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go first. Then you can have at it.
Chuck here said that we're going to have a history of developing QBs. He's been here 3 years. There's still nothing about him. Still don't know nothing.
Don't start that bullshit, Chuck. All right, shut the hell up and just fucking watch. God damn. You ain't got no history of developing. How the fuck you going to try to question somebody else? You ain't got no history. Damn.
Let's see.
You still on this shit? Damn, Chuck, you was good until you said that shit.
Chuck, you gotta understand something, man. Not everybody that's qualified to do that is up front. Dave Ragone don't have to be one of them cats that's up front. You'll see his work through the play of the quarterback. That's what when you see us play a team that seems to be getting at Ritter, that's when you're gonna see his training come into play. Dave Ragone wasn't one of them guys that just stuck out like that.
Man.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of times, yeah, you right about that. God damn. I said Dave Ragone coaching career, not motherfucking playing career. Nah. That shit said 2003, and that was it. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. Tennessee, Chicago, Washington, Atlanta. That's all I see as offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. Boy, they gave him the tall task of trying to goddamn develop Mitchell Trubisky, sorry ass. We knew how that was going to play out well.
Hold on about that, because we know that Ragone was there before. Dang, I forgot the coach name already. That was in Chicago.
John Fox.
John Fox was he was there under John Fox, and when John Fox got fired, Matt Nagy kept him on staff. Matt Nagy kept him there. Nagy was trying to develop Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah, Dave Gone didn't want no parts of that. He like, nah, nigga, I'm just gonna call these plays. Nigga,
Well, he kind of had Jay Cutler there too. So he didn't have the best quality of quarterback. So it's like when you look at, you ask the question, is he good at like? I mean, how good can you be with donkey shit? Like, let's just keep that real.
2000. Let's see. He was the wide receivers coach for the Tennessee Titans in 2011 and 12. Quarterback coach in 2013. Offensive quality control coach for Washington in 2015.
Yeah, see that's what I'm saying. A lot of that stuff was under the radar. See, he
I
wasn't
think he
standing
was
out
under
front.
Mike Munchak too. I think he was on Mike Munchak with that.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Munchak was there.
Lord have mercy. I don't even know who the hell these quarterbacks was. I don't even want to know who that 2013 Tennessee Titan quarterback was. Hold on, let's find out.
I'll tell you. I'm already up. Ryan Fitzpatrick. You had Ryan Fitzpatrick, Rusty Smith, and Tyler Wilson.
Again.
Who?
What?
And remember,
What?
Yeah.
Remember now, this is the year before they drafted. No, never mind.
Mariota.
No, because that was 2013. So
I see Jake Locker and I see Ryan Fitzpatrick. Yeah.
Locker was hurt though. He was on the injury reserve that year.
He was supposed to be the next generation of quarterbacks. He was supposed to be the starting off point. But you know what? We gonna continue this conversation tomorrow. We gotta let Mike go ahead and get his explanation of
I got some screenshots of some a few conversations about that too. That I think is very interesting. I'm gonna put it in the chat for y'all to see it.
Okay. So we appreciate everybody tuning in for the Cooler Talk Monday. Like you said, we always show appreciation for the therapist and the Don for tuning in for coming in with us. Unfortunately, tomorrow there will not be a 6-man convo tomorrow, but we got some. We got something for you.
We got something for you. That's for sure. I was gonna say something rude, but I'll keep it to myself.
Look. The only thing I'm gonna tell you is 3. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
3.
3. We got 3 coming on tomorrow.
It's a magic number. Yes, it is.
God damn it! You know what? Damn that! I'm gonna tell them the heavy hitters is coming on tomorrow. So we got a special heavy hitter show for everybody coming in. Like you said, we'll continue the 6-man convo sometime later this week. But
will we be getting the Chronicle? Will we be getting the Chronicle?
I could do the Chronicles. I could do a Chronicles. That's why I always say you got to ask these damn questions, because your questions can be the subject of the Chronicles.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So and you never know which one we're gonna call.
So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay.
Oh yeah, nigga.
You ain't gotta go home,
but you got to get the hell out of here. Oh yeah.
Make sure you go to eventbrite.com, get them red and black tickets as well if y'all going to be coming in for the red and black event this weekend.
That's it.
If y'all listen, if y'all trying to come up and talk to me, make sure y'all brush y'all teeth before y'all come. Oral hygiene is everything, man.
Tic Tacs. Tic Tacs.
Look,
Tic Tacs, Matt.
Lifesavers.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I wonder if I can get in incognito. I wonder if I can do that.
But I'm gonna be in disguise. Ain't nobody gonna know who I am.
No,
right.
I'm on camera.
I'm coming dressed up as a lawyer. Y'all won't see me coming until I sit down.
Well, that's too dang hot to be wearing a 3-piece suit.
I ain't wearing no damn suit. This is not Hitman.
Hey, Don, I never said I was wearing a 3-piece suit. I'll just be a lawyer off the books.
I know I'm just gonna be sitting somewhere with the food at.
That man Don gonna be sitting in the kitchen.
Don gonna be like, hold on. Let me taste that, make sure that's good. Okay, send that out.
But definitely, if y'all gonna be going to the event, we hopefully see y'all there. So
good night, you all.
Bye.